Hello, everyone. This is Damla Aktekin with A Drop of Om. I am going to do a brief share about something that has been coming up lately for me and for some of my clients, and that is trusting what's coming up. And what's coming up may be something physical, something emotional, something that you have dealt with before, or perhaps something new that feels challenging and creates a struggle in your life. So, in terms of healing, um, the easiest way to think about this is that whatever is coming up to the surface is going to be for you, not against you. It's all for your growth, for your spiritual well being, even though it may not feel that way at that moment, and especially if it doesn't feel that way. Within that physical struggle is something that you deeply need. So, and it's difficult, right? When you are in pain, when you're struggling, it's difficult. And I'm not saying, sit within that struggle, get lost in that struggle. That's not what I'm saying at all. The only thing I'm saying is that hold this idea in your heart that this too is in your healing path. This too belongs in your experience of life. This too is a part of all the colors, sights, sounds, sensations you're meant to experience in this body, in this realm of being. This too is valuable in the lessons that it will bring into your life, in the ways that it will enrich your life. This too is yours in the way that it will make you more compassionate towards others. When you look at others struggling, you will have a reference point to come back to your own struggle. So this is the first part. This too belongs. And the second part of this is when you step into a process of healing, trust what comes up to the surface for you to deal with within that experience as well. When you go see a healer, someone like me or someone you trust who can hold space for you to see, feel, notice, experience, get an idea on what might be beneath the surface, what might be beneath the surface of the stories, of the patterns. When that's going on, trust that is coming up to the surface. You are in charge of your healing, meaning it goes in the pace that you set, not other way around. No one else can set the pace of your healing. And your healing doesn't have to be being cured of something. That's not the type of healing I'm talking about at all. The healing that I'm talking about is that you stop, you notice, and you say, this too belongs in this moment, in this experience. And then the next moment, you're making yourself larger than the struggle, a little bit larger than the pain, so that you can be a container for it. And you can look at it in its eyes and tell it, you are part of me. And I know you're here for a reason, even though you may not know what reason that is. I know you're here for a reason. And I, in turn, am here for you. I am willing to experience this in its full capacity, with its wholeness, including the seeming pain, including the seeming struggle. And I say seeming very carefully. I am not denying your pain, but I'm honoring that which it entails, because there are multitudes of vibrations and information within that pain. And when you stop and say to it, you too belong, it's almost like the pain lets go of one level of defense. The pain is very defensive. It wants to be seen, heard, and understood. And until you do that, it's very forceful and defensive. So when you remove that defensiveness, what's the hurting animal underneath look like? What's that part of you that's asking you to see it, to feel it, to release it, to understand it in its fullness, in its beauty, in all its colors? Trusting what's coming up to the surface doesn't mean that you don't take steps to heal yourself. It means, though, that in this particular moment in time, you know everything is happening for you. Everything that's coming up to the surface is asking for healing from you. And you can make space for that. You can become the container for that. There are millions of ways of doing that. You will find your own way. And when it becomes difficult to hold that space for yourself, that's when you go see and work with a healer. I'm going to leave you with this. This was coming in strongly in my heart to be shared. So if you found this useful in any way, please leave a comment, and you can like or share it with others. I am doing 30-minute chakra calls where we get together and we explore your energy. We explore your patterns. What's underneath the surface? What wants to be heard? Okay, so the 30-minute telephone call with me, your first call, is completely free. And what we look at is just that. What is asking you to be heard, seen, and understood? And then whether you take steps to hold space for it together with me or by yourself, it's completely up to you. So that's my gift to you, the 30-minute call. And if you'd like to take advantage of that, please go to adropofom.com and you can schedule it right away. Thank you so much for listening. Have a beautiful, beautiful evening, and tune into what's coming up. Namaste.